Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Diary of a Black Entrepreneur. I am your entrepreneur, Mary Elizabeth Taylor Jr., and let's catch up on what I have been up to these last couple of months. So if you followed me in my last video, I was supposed to put out something for July because I wanted this year to be structured quarterly as far as my videos for the channel. Unfortunately, I did not get to have the July that I desired to, just because this summer did take a little bit of a turn, which is why I'm doing these videos for us now, because I still want to keep on track with putting out 4 new videos for this month. So the timeline for the next rollout will be Tuesday, Thursday. So I will be releasing a video on Tuesdays and Thursdays of this month. So you will get a video from me today and then one from me on Thursday. So let's get into a little bit of the background as to why I wasn't able to record this past month. It did kind of take me a little bit of trying to decide if I wanted to talk about this, because usually I like to include a little bit of my personal life into this as far as the detailed things, but kind of keep it vague. With this, how sensitive this is, I felt it important to talk on this and then just kind of shed light on just whenever difficult things happen for you in general, like how do you continue to show up and be a professional. So I thought that it would be important for me to share this part of my process because it is an important step um, in including that. So this past month, I lost 2 family members, my uncle and a cousin. Um, it was unexpected in the sense that they weren't sick or anything. So, whenever you lose someone and there isn't anything to sort of explain, like kind of that process of leading up, right? You mentally preparing for the loss of someone, but when you don't have that, sometimes when you have to grieve them or process this loss, it can be a little bit challenging. So this is something that me and my family are currently experiencing right now and navigating. So it is a very difficult time, which has unfortunately led me to not be as focused on the channel as I would like to be. The reason why I always think it's important to one, be real whenever we're documenting these things, right, about our life and our journey, but also to shed light on the fact that we are all human and we are all going to experience something like this at some point in our lives. And the important question always remains: how do we move forward? How do we continue to show up? How do we continue to be a professional when sometimes it's just the job or the family or something that we are dealing with is just requiring so much energy out of us that we simply cannot conjure up the energy to perform or to smile or to give 100%. But I think it's important to give ourselves grace. If you are the type of person that's religious, finding some sort of solitude and peace within that. Um, but I think the important thing is to just recognize that, this is someone who we love. This is someone who we've shared amazing memories with over time, and giving life to that and making sure that we never forget them and their memory and the things that they've taught us. So, although this is very fresh, this is, you know, something that me and my family were grieving together. We're talking about this together, sharing those moments, doing what we can to show our appreciation for our loved ones. And I just think it's important for people to know that you can experience, tragic things like this, but also know that you don't have to feel bad for, getting up and continuing to live life, because at the end of the day, we are still here and we have a responsibility to ourselves to live life to the fullest. That's all we can do. But also remembering those who we've lost and continuing to carry their memory with us. As I know, this is my fashion segment on this channel, so I did put together a tiny fashion show just based on looks and looks ideas. So more of a styling sort of background for this one. It is not what I had intended or promised originally, so I do apologize for that. I wanted to give you all something because I feel it's a responsibility for me to still show up for myself, right? And the best way I can do that is in my styling. I've put together a little bit of a slideshow, just some kind of styling pieces, and also wanted to mention that going forward, as I start to produce more fashion videos for the channel, I will start to incorporate more designs in them, whether it be a quick project, just a quick lesson, here or there, because I have missed being under the sewing machine. It is a place that makes me very happy. I love when I get to create and draw and, just drape so many different exciting things. So I definitely want to get back to that passion, that love, um, because it's, as I've just mentioned, it's been really hard, but I do want to remind myself why, I started this in the first place. And it was because I had a passion to be an artist, right? So I will definitely start bringing back more of the design elements to the channel so you guys can see more of my creative works. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little slideshow that I just put together from some of those creative looks. Just some things that, I sort of put together. This next season of my life, I know it's going to require me to elevate. I've been feeling a sense of change and there's an energy over me that is requiring me to be more, be present more, to do more, um, to be more fulfilled. So I feel like a sense of like change in my wardrobe. It kind of goes hand in hand, right? As we change, as we evolve, so do the things around us, and sometimes that includes our look. Um, so I want to start to change my style a little bit to sort of match this new season of life that I am in. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content from this video. I truly appreciate all of you who have been sticking with me throughout this process. Those of you who are new to my channel, I appreciate you being a part of my content, hearing what I have to say. As always, I encourage everyone to document their process, right? Because we never know when it's going to be that moment where you make it big. Although this isn't something that I do for fame and fortune, it is simply something that I do just to kind of record where I am or where I was and to kind of look back and use this as like a hey, this is where I was and this is where I am now. So I can reflect on my progress and hopefully I look back and I see something that I'm proud of. And I hope as you all are going throughout your journeys that you are looking back on things and reflecting and hopefully you feel that same pride and joy for your own journeys. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.